Hi everyone, welcome to Sunday Nights with Faye Seidler. It's your host, Faye. It's Sunday night. We're gonna talk about news. Yeah! I'm trying some new software. I don't know if it's gonna work better than my last software, which was not supposed to be used for video recording stuff, but I was doing it anyways. But now I'm using traditional OBS. Hopefully it's good. Let's find out. The first big news is that we have a new mayor in Minot, Mayor Mark Yonser, I believe would be their name pronounced. I did some investigative journalism in the sense that I asked people on Facebook what they thought, and they gave me their opinions. The opinion of our current mayor of Minot is that they are going to do okay, and that they are no one's necessarily first choice, but they're everyone's first choice and not being their last choice, and they should be doing fine until they should be doing fine. That's what we know about Minot. The original researcher who found the SRY gene, which usually is what we have as a coded gene for individuals who develop male, talked about what that looks like and why the way that we're looking at sex or the Olympics or sex classification is inherently wrong because biology is very complex. And that's something that you understand as a scientist or biologist, but it's always good to look at what our actual scientists are saying. I know within political influencer circles and politics, this whole thing has become quite messy. I still trust our scientists and our biologists to understand things are always more than they seem. So there's a cool story on that. Other news is Fargo Moms has a bunch of fantastic events that they always share. What I have on my screen here is just a single day of an entire month of events they have for you. So I recommend, if you're a parent, checking them out because it can be tough. All that executive function as your kids are saying, oh, what do we do next? Or I'm so bored, or mom, find something for me to do. Create some kind of boundaries that you can make peace with, but also send them over to Fargo. We'll send you into Fargo Moms, and then you can find some events for them. I love sharing their stuff. They have so much great stuff. It's just so well done. I love them, so support them. I also want to let you know that Anime Fargo is coming up and you can get a discount if you apply right now to your tickets. Apply to tickets. That's what you do. I apply to my concert tickets. That's not right. You buy them. But you can do that. And that's coming up in a month and a half. I'm a volunteer coordinator for them, so I help get the volunteers together. So if you want to be involved with volunteer aspects, let me know and I'll get you to help them because helping people feels good and it's a way for us to feel connected and it's a great opportunity for that. So hope to see you there. Hope you sign up. I was heavily featured in a news story recently about suicide prevention work that I do, which you can check out. The conversation's almost always the same. It's kids need help. We need to do more for our kids, like I talked about earlier in this episode. And the more that they have a safe, trusted adult in their life, the better. The more that we take time to actually check in with these youth across our state, the better they're going to do. It's a complicated subject about things like suicidality, but there are solutions, and the world has never been better for talking about and addressing this topic. So there is hope to be had in these conversations too, and I believe a lot in our infrastructures and the people doing this work. Currently in our news, there was a shooting in Fargo, a tragedy that is still being felt. It happened last weekend. There's a community forum being put on by Frederick Edwards about pushing peace. Fred's taking this moment to address the community trauma that we are all sharing in this moment to find real ways forward by having actual honest conversations about things like gun violence and policing and community responsibility and ways to give avenues for young adults to be able to navigate this world in a better way. For someone who's a youth advocate like I am and like Fred definitely is, we often think about the youth and we think about all the ways that they are failed to get to where they are when it ends in tragedy like that. We have time to intercept those kind of outcomes if we reach out soon enough in a person's life. This is an incredible opportunity. I believe in Fred Edwards to be a community champion, to be a future of Fargo, a person who can really help unite a lot of us to find ways to center and heal because they at all times put youth first. And I think if you want to find a better future, that's how you do it. So I want to highlight that event. I want to share that because I think it's really important within these broad conversations that we're having. Shout out Paradox Cards and Comics and Orange Records for being an anchor of my childhood, as well as the community structure of Fargo Moorhead for quite some time. You can always check them out, and they've been in their new location for over a year, the old Mexican Village location, which is more of a win story than the bank that used to be King House. So we won one, we lost one, but I love Paradox, I love Orange Records, I love the vibe that they have. They are what to me defines places like Fargo. I think that we are a community, like we are a really big town more than anything else. And I think that these shops that are locally owned from people that we've known our whole lives, they're amazing. They are priceless in our community. So celebrate them, check them out, shop local. Finally, I just want to let you know that my Patreon is up, my Patreon post where I tell you everyone what I do. You can check that out. That's also how you can support the work I do, like the show you're seeing tonight. I have, like always, a bunch of newsletters I send out, and I try to keep the show quick and concise and important, covering quite a lot of topics. Some of them are heavier and some of them are lighter, so hopefully it is a good mix of all that, and my new recording has worked out and people are liking it, because I'll be in higher definition, and that's why I did this. I was using Zoom before, and the definition aspect was not 190, 180 or whatever, and I'm just like, why? How is high definition not my complete screen? I live in a nightmare. Those are my opinions. I hope you have a good night, and I'll see you next week.